Today we shall find out what becomes of Joseph right inside the prison. And we'll be reading our Bible from Genesis chapter 40 from verse 1 to 23. And from that passage of the Bible we saw that the chief butler to the king and the chief baker to the king of Egypt offended the king, and the king, who is King Pharaoh, got angry with these two officers and kept both of them in the prison. Remember, there is a prison set aside for the king's offenders. And this was the same prison Joseph was kept in. In one night, both the chief butler and the chief baker had a dream, and each of their dreams was confusing to them, that they couldn't interpret the meaning of their dream. In the morning, Joseph looked and saw how sad they were and asked them what the problem was. They replied Joseph, telling him they had a dream which they do not understand, and that there was no one to interpret their dream for them. Joseph beckoned on them to share their dream with him, because it is God who interprets dreams. Then the chief butler told Joseph his dream, and in his dream he saw a vine before him. This is like a grapevine was before him, and this vine had 3 branches. The branches grew and brought forth grape that was ripe. In that same dream, he was holding Pharaoh's cup. He then took the ripened grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup and gave the cup to Pharaoh. Listen to how Joseph interpreted his dream. Joseph told him that the 3 branches are 3 days, meaning in 3 days' time, Pharaoh will release him from the prison and restore him back to his duty post as a chief butler to the king. Joseph begged the chief butler to remember him and show him kindness when he finally gets his freedom from the prison, and also let King Pharaoh know about him. Joseph told the chief butler how he was sold out from his land of Hebrew and also being kept in the prison for a crime he never committed. Now, when the chief baker saw how good Joseph interpreted the chief butler's dream, he decided to share his own dream with Joseph. In his dream, he had 3 baskets on his head, and the top of the basket had all manner of baked meat for Pharaoh. But birds ate all the baked meat inside the basket that was on his head. Then Joseph gave him the interpretation of his dream. Joseph told him that the 3 baskets are 3 days, meaning in 3 days' time, Pharaoh will release him from the prison and hang him on a tree, and birds will eat up his flesh. Wow! And it came to pass that the 3rd day was King Pharaoh's birthday. They had feasts, they partied, and just like Joseph's interpretation, the king released the chief butler and restored him back to his duty post, but hanged the chief baker on a tree. But unfortunately, the chief butler did not remember Joseph after his release from the prison. What a pity for Joseph. In our next episode, We shall see what becomes of Joseph afterwards. Please do well to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.